After his success playing for Ireland, Eoin was given the opportunity to represent England. He went on to develop a reputation in the ODI and T20 formats, with a particular career highlight coming at the World T20 in 2010. England faced Australia in the final in Barbados, and Eoin was at the crease as they sealed a 7-wicket win, sparking wild celebrations in the England camp.
Is that as exciting a moment as you've had?
Yeah, it definitely was. You look at the elation between Collie and myself, just that whole month of cricket in the West Indies was so enjoyable. We had a great group of guys playing some fantastic cricket. And one of the big things about that day, it is a World Cup final and it's great to play in it, but we played against Australia, who throughout the whole tournament were the best team in the tournament, and probably by a bit. And they had an off day and we had a really good day. Really, really good day. And when you beat one of the best sides in the tournament, it's so satisfying. And obviously to win the World Cup. But it was amazing.
But you mentioned Paul Collingwood there as well. In that team, what was it that made it special and made it successful? And how influential was that on the way that you sort of went forward with your career?
Yeah, I think the direction the team had was great. Between Andy Flower and Paul Collingwood, everybody's role was identified. Everybody was encouraged to take positive options. And up until then, we didn't play T20 cricket that well. On the international stage, we just didn't, for whatever reason. And that mentality really did suit us moving forward. Everything really did click. And it was a tournament that started terribly for us because we played well against the West Indies in a group stage game, and we got shafted by Duckworth Lewis and lost the game. And we played terribly against Ireland, and then won on Duckworth Lewis and went through on run rate. So we were very fortunate to go through, but once we got through, we really did find our momentum.
Test debut at Lord's, what did that mean to you?
A huge amount. Actually came as a really big surprise. It's the same year we won the T20 World Cup, and I suppose the winter I'd had contributed to me getting selected, so it was a bit of a whirlwind 6 months. Got a phone call saying I would be in the squad, and this actually sums me up. I turned around to the chairman of selectors and said, I'm in the squad, does that mean I'm playing? Or am I actually going to carry drinks? And he goes, no, you're going to play. And I was so happy. It's a great phone call to get. It's just all those feelings emotionally about everything you've worked for to create another huge opportunity is massive. And to do it at your home ground is such a special feeling.
What stands out for you when you remember about that day? Or is there anything that in particular that you remember?
It started early in the morning. So my mum and dad came across, they stayed with me, and I had this small flat in North London. And my dad, it was 3 bedrooms, my best mate, who I lived with at the time, both of us at about 6 o'clock in the morning heard these shoes up and down the wooden corridor, and the corridor was tiny. So I'm marching up and down and up and down. Finally I got out of bed. It was my dad. He was in his suit, shirt, literally ready to go to the ground at 6 o'clock in the morning. He was so nervous. And I just laughed. I just said, get out, go and waste your energy somewhere else. That's the sort of emotion, when I think about stuff like that, that's the sort of emotion that, like the phone call I got just to say that I was going to play. You think of people who have been there the whole journey and have sacrificed a huge amount, particularly my mum and dad. it really does make it worthwhile. And the level of excitement, nervousness, all summed up in you know, pulling on an extremely, you know, proud moment for everybody.
Are you happy with the Test career that you've had?
I would have said that I didn't deserve to do any better because I didn't perform. I had every opportunity to do well and I didn't. And I think that's a really good way of reflecting on it because it's the most honest way. I think you get a lot of guys who come out of Test match cricket and feel they're hard done by for some reason. I don't think I am. I played 16 games. I was part of the #1 team in the world at one stage. I scored 2 Test hundreds. Made my Test debut at Lords. I'm extremely proud of that, and I'm not ashamed of it for any second. So, yeah, I'm proud.
You were playing in the IPL when it really was frowned upon in England. Why did you take the risk and push so hard to go and play there?
The simple answer and honest answer is that I improved my game so much by going to the IPL. Rubbing shoulders and making friends with Dravid, Callis, Cumblay, Stain, Boucher. These guys who have been around an extremely long time and know the game inside out was a really good thing for me. And every time I've gone, I've come back a better player. I suppose it was a bit of a risk because I did have arguments with people who selected the team, who were important at the time, but I was adamant that it made me a better player. We've, I suppose, achieved the objective of changing the way that we wanted to play. We have the constant hunger to try and improve ourselves, and that comes from within.